I'm Justin Sayfie, and welcome to Sayfie TV. Today we're pleased to be joined by Republican presidential candidate and U.S. Senator John McCain. Senator, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you for having me on, and congratulations on the fact that everybody comes to your site.
Thank you very much, Senator. As you know, Florida is important right now. January 29th is the primary. You've got two victories under your belt in states where independent voters were important. Florida is a closed primary state. What are the top reasons why Florida Republicans should vote for you to be their nominee?
Because I can keep this country safe. I've been involved in every major national security challenge in the last 20 years. In fact, if you want to go a long ways back, I sat in the cockpit of an airplane on the deck of the USS Enterprise during the Cuban Missile Crisis. The transcendent challenge of the 21st century is radical Islamic extremism. I'm prepared to take it on. Second, I'll restore trust and confidence in government. That has disappeared. And I will fix our economy so that the fundamentals which are strong of our economy in Florida and Arizona and America, that we will be able to fix our economic problems, but we've got to restrain spending. We've got to make the tax cuts permanent. We've got to cut the corporate income tax from 35 to 25. We've got to make R&D tax credits real. We're going to have to allow someone who is in a business to expense over 1 year time any piece of equipment or that they purchase. But we got to restrain spending, and we must make the tax cuts permanent. Otherwise, Americans will receive an increase in taxes. And finally, it's something a lot of people don't know about. There's a thing called the alternate minimum tax. It was designed for just a few multimillionaires. Now it's reaching down to 20 million American families. We've got to stop that too. But fiscal responsibility. I'm proud to have been in the Reagan Revolution when we cut taxes and we restrained spending.
Great. One of your primary opponents, former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani, hasn't won any states recently and in this campaign, and you recently made some comments about that. Do you think that that's something that Florida voters should consider when they go to the polls on January 29th?
Oh, no. I think I think Mayor Giuliani is a very good man, and he's a good friend. I just think we need to look at the qualifications of the candidate. And again, I know the state. I was stationed here when I was in the military in Jacksonville. I went through pilot training in Pensacola. My family stayed here during the years I was a prisoner in Vietnam, and I served here both before and afterwards in the state of Florida. So, but the other thing is, I've been down here in every major political campaign for the last 20-some years, because Florida is always a key state. If anybody wants to win a national election, they better win Florida. And it's been a Republican base for us.
Right. As you know, the Republican National Committee has taken a position with regard to the delegates of Florida and the National Convention. What's your position on that?
I'm against that. Look, they're treating a symptom. The symptom is that everything's getting crowded up early. Sit down together, figure out a schedule of when primaries should take place, and not penalize the state because they want to be relevant in the process. You can't blame the people of Florida, one of the biggest states in America, clearly, arguably one of the most diverse. So what I will do as president is sit down with the leaders of both parties, okay, and say, look, let's fix this now.
Right.
Let's have an orderly process, and let's be fair to everybody. You can do that.
Thank you, Senator McCain, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on.
Okay.